Oh, how have you been, Jacob?
Good, thank you. Yummy.
Good.
Actually, not yummy. If you know what this is. Otherwise, real yummy.
Gotta get
I've been
it,
so
shake it
good.
up.
Oh, I've been so good. It's actually been poggers. Oh, we got to start again.
So, anything important happened this week?
No.
No.
Something did, and something's changed in the studio if you haven't noticed.
We got evicted from our last studio.
Well, that obviously, I was more talking about the merch, but but
Oh, wait, talk about the merch.
talk about the merch.
You talk about it.
Oh yeah,
Right now.
wait, talk about like what the story behind it, or just like what we're doing, what the plan is.
Both.
Story behind it is Tyson's birthday happened. Woo!
I'm 19 now. I mean, I'm 27.
The big 1-0. And then second part. So I got him that, and then I thought I'll get myself one too.
This is my birthday present.
Yeah. So we both got them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, second part. What the plan is with it? We're doing merch.
Wait, pause. Why are we so quiet?
Why are we so quiet? Tab test. No.
No,
What?
it's William.
Yeah. What volume you got us at?
Pause. Are we gonna be louder now? Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
Wonderful. We can also just speak up, speak confidently.
No, not me.
Not me, no way. Yeah, so we got merch.
Sorry, just turn the mic up, volume up, and now I'm opening the chips. Straight away.
So Jacob got me this as a birthday present, and then he got one for himself, and then
No, sorry. We're gonna do merch. So this is one of them. We can really do anything. By the time this is out, there will be like Instagram posts up and stuff. With all the different options for merch. And we're not 100% sure how we're gonna start off by doing it just like DM us on Instagram, say what you want, like what design. Out of the designs, we really only have 2, and what colors, we only have a couple, and like whether you want like a t-shirt or a hoodie or a crew neck or whatever, I don't know. And then we'll just send you guys our bank details. Mm-hmm. And then you just send us the money, and then we'll get it to you within 2 weeks. It's a jam promise. And also, it might cost a little bit extra if you live in like Sydney or something. Sorry, Canberra. I'm in Sydney. What's your name? Mick.
what the hell is Canberra?
No, Mick. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, so that's exciting. Something different.
Yeah, that's so exciting.
Something new. Yeah, I had my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Alright, happy birthday, me. I got some Crocs for my birthday. Thank you, Harrison. I got some socks and some jorts for my birthday. Thank you, Gemma. Thank you, Jacob. Yeah. I got some other stuff as well. But
Yeah, I think I left like half a raspberry in the fridge, so.
last night, we caught each other last night, just by chance.
Yeah, we did cross paths.
We crossed paths. So we had a little thing. Little get together for T Marty's 19th. Big 1-0. It was fun. You have fun?
I did. Did you see me dancing?
I saw you dancing. There's lots of dancing going on. It actually was a really fun night. I had a lot of fun.
That's a big one. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. Oh, this is a snack pod, by the way, everybody. But yeah, happy with my birthday. Happy with the people I was with throughout the week. Happy with the things I got throughout the week. Yeah, all really positive. And then other than that, now we've moved into a new studio. That's another big thing. We didn't know. We spoke about it last pod that we'd been moving out of the studio, but we didn't actually know how
we
quickly.
expected it like at the end of the year.
Yeah, we expected like a December move out, but it turns out it's a September move out. We've moved out. So we're in this new studio that's actually under construction a little bit. And once it's up and running, you guys will be... I'm actually so excited. So excited for this when it's finished. But it's not finished yet. Alrighty. What else happened this week? Let me dive deep into the notes. Oh my god, I've been wanting to talk about this for 2 weeks, and it's probably going to personally offend you, but it's fine. No, it won't. It shouldn't.
Oh. Sorry, first time eating.
Yeah. The amount of this car must have been hyper produced. Like I am seeing a certain car everywhere. Like everywhere I look, I swear like the car manufacturing industry is like playing tricks on me and deliberately pushing this car to only my hometown.
I know exactly what car it is.
It's the fucking Ford Territory. They're everywhere. You have one. I have another few friends who have them. But just every time I go for a drive, I see like 5 of them. At least.
Yeah, so that's I actually knew exactly what car you were talking about because I was talking to Gemma last night. We did a surprise party for Tyson and he was in the dark. He had no idea. He was completely clueless. He thought he was going home to play Fortnite Battle Royale and he came home to 3 boys in his bed, 2 sitting at the table and a girl, I don't know, forgetting to cook the pizza, obviously.
It was pizza?
It's meant to be. No, Amy forgot to cook it.
Oh. I mean, I just got back from dinner. I had a lovely dinner at Luigi's in Torquay.
Oh, that's so exciting. Anyway, and so I was like, okay, I'm going to ask a real question real quick. And I was like, Gemma, where do you want me to park the car? Like, my car. And she was like, oh, yeah, Jacob, that's actually a really good question because Tyson knows your car. Like, really well. Apparently, every time you drive, you're like, oh. You just spot it.
Well, it's not the fact that it's your car, no offense. It's the fact that it's a Ford Territory. And now I'm looking for them and I'm seeing, like, every time I go for a drive, like, dead ass, like, 5, 6... I saw 7 the other day. I counted them. But even before that, I was seeing, like, 3 or 4 and I wasn't even looking for it.
Isn't that, like, a little bit dangerous if you're counting up to that high while driving?
7?
Yeah.
Like, no, you can't go past 5 when you're behind the wheel.
Yeah, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Well... Like, then you get into the pinky area. Then you get into the pinky area on the wheel.
Yeah, no, that is dangerous.
That is dangerous.
So I didn't do that.
Yeah,
and
good.
I don't advise that. But yeah, that's something I just wanted to talk about. Like, I swear that everybody has a Ford Territory. It's crazy. Driving me crazy was the little joke I wrote down on my notes.
That's so crazy.
Ford Territories are driving me crazy.
Driving my bananas. Driving me bananas. What do you call a monkey that's driving? Wait, no.
Oh my goodness. 17 was a good pod. I really enjoyed number 17.
Oh, I did
it's one
enjoy
of my favourites
17.
now.
Actually, sorry, just jumping in real quick. I was driving back from Melbourne because I picked these up.
How good are they as well?
I picked these up in Melbourne. And I was driving back with a friend, and that's just when number 17 dropped. So we're listening to the podcast. And he made a comment when we were about 15 minutes into the podcast. He turned to me and he said, do you talk about anything other than your own podcast on your podcast?
No.
And I was like,
Why the fuck would we talk about something else?
Why would we talk about something that's not as good?
Yeah, that's depriving. That's just bad content at the end of the day now, isn't it? Fuck that. Our Instagram went crazy, but that's actually now we're just talking about us again. We posted about 30 posts this week. Someone got a little bit bored on Sunday night. I think so. Yeah.
And he decided to start posting.
Too much. What else? I'm just like really ramming through what happened to me this week. I thought I got a spider bite.
Oh.
This is actually an interesting one. So I got like this bite on my leg. It's kind of gone now. So that just shows how like much I overreacted because it's actually already gone. But I got this bite on my leg and it was like itchy and stuff, and I was confident it was a spider bite, but I wasn't sure what to do when you get a spider bite. Because there's 2 things that I saw that I could do. I could either go try and like get it looked at to make sure it's okay, or I could do nothing about it and maybe I turn into Spider-Man
and save your money
and save my money.
Yeah.
So I sort of embraced the win-win.
That is the win-win. That is the win-win of life. Like one time I got bit by a mosquito.
I hate spiders, man.
I don't like them. I saw one the other day and I was like, oh, what are you doing? He was like on a log. And I picked up the log and there was a spider on it. So I said... and I flicked him off onto the grass.
Yeah. Oh my god, have you seen funnel web spiders? When they like run at people?
Oh!
They're terrifying.
Like that?
Yeah, they get up on like their hind legs.
Yeah.
And they run at people.
They walk around like they're They're only place, and really,
And they're only in Australia as well.
Oh, they're two. I've never seen one.
Apparently, I've never seen one. There's New South Wales though.
Then yeah, none of them have run at me.
Yeah, well, come on.
Like I had one run at me one time, but he had like a notebook and a pen, and he was asking for a signature.
Probably some merch as well.
Yeah, he had some merch.
I got to work today. I got to work creating a tier list, and I want you to review it.
Mm-hmm.
The tier list is my favourite months of the year, ranked 13 to 1.
So, what is there like an Australian capital territory in there?
Yeah.
Doesn't quite count, but it does.
Tasmania is at 13. not quite the same thing. No, so should I start at 1 or 12? Probably 12. Big countdown.
Yeah.
I have a reason for each that I'm going to think of as I read them.
Mm-hmm.
So 12, coming in at 12 was August. Now my reasoning for August was huge. It was August to me, although it's not the middle of the year, and I'm very aware of this, always feels like the middle month of the year. Like it always feels. Maybe it's just because my birthday's in September, Christmas and shit. Like they come later in the year, and it's like the whole giddiness of it being a new year sort of wears out at least around May. At least May.
No, like I reckon for me, May or June is when I start actually remembering to write 23.
I like to remember on the 3rd of December every year. That's usually when I start checking in. 11th of February, just because I think it's a bit poor that every 4 years... Oh, it's just got 28 days. Isn't that how it has 28 days, then every 4 years it goes like 30 or something?
29.
Like
it just gets a bonus one.
It gets a bonus day. So that's kind of cool, but I think it's lame that every other year it's just like...
I think the most lame thing you can do, and I know you're listening to this because I know you, and I know you listen to the podcast, is to have your birthday on the 29th of February.
Oh my god! I just tried to pick an Oreo. I got no cream, no double.
Where is she hiding in there?
Hey, not for you, mate.
No, sorry.
Double stuffer. All right. 10th of April.
Yeah, I can see that. I respect that. So far, I'm in
For obvious
agreement.
reasons.
Wait, what was? Well, February. Yeah, don't continue.
I thought it was weird to say April without right after it saying March. So 9th is March.
You know, March comes before April usually.
Yeah, obviously. 8th is July.
Yeah.
I actually don't know why I think that was the last one I put down. I like
Christmas in July.
I knew my bottom 3.
Yeah.
And then I started from the top.
My issue is Christmas in July. That's why.
Stupid idea.
Yeah,
I actually used to love it when I was a kid, but stupid idea.
Never, I never had it, but that's
I used to do it sometimes.
The stupidest idea of it is that it doesn't even occur in the right month. It should be Christmas in June.
Why?
Because if you're going off the 6-month calendar,
Yeah.
like the last...
Is that what July tends to be? The middle of the year, we have Christmas.
No, so like...
What's the history behind Christmas in July?
I think someone just decided that they were a little bit too warm in Christmas, so they moved it. No, but like, if you go off the
Christmas in July is like a thing that we do in Australia. It's not worldwide.
No.
It's only in Australia, and it's meant so that we can have like cold Christmases.
Yeah. I had a cold Christmas one year, but that's only because we got a new air conditioner. And
I got a fan for Christmas one year, and that was a cold Christmas.
I left my window open at night one time.
Nowadays I just have too many fans.
Yeah, no, come on guys, settle down.
7th was October.
Ooh, I can't agree.
I thought this was going to be controversial.
Yeah, it is.
Because Halloween's in October.
And other things.
And your birthday. And my brother's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
So this is going to be a little bit controversial, and I know this. But hear me out. It's mainly about Halloween. Halloween's good.
I never had it.
I don't celebrate it much, or never have, because it's more of an American holiday.
More of an American holiday, and also, I don't really like dressing up. I can only dress up to look good.
Yeah, fair. But I specifically remember one Halloween when I wasn't at home, and all my friends went to a party. I actually don't know whose party it was, but I was just like, big FOMO.
You weren't at home, or you were at home?
Nah, I was boarding school.
Oh, I thought you meant like you were at home and you weren't invited.
Nah, I just wasn't around.
According to,
I mean, I don't know if I would have been invited.
According to name drop, real quick, you were not missed.
Yeah, apparently I was not missed. She made that very clear.
She made that really clear.
You know, I cried about that.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, I cried.
I'm in touch with my emotions.
For a couple nights, actually.
Can't believe she'd do that to you.
Actually, to be fair, though, it did help me because I did print off that little snippet, put it on my wall, and a year later, the Jam podcast came out. So, you tell me. You tell me who's really losing there. 6th was June. I specifically put that there because it's the middle, and I didn't want to mess with the whole space-time continuum. Here's where we get to the good stuff. Top 5. 5th was November.
Is this what you had to search up earlier? You had to go in there and search up the months of the year?
No. 5th was November, and that's because Movember is great. Movember's a great thing.
Holiday.
Great holiday. It's also
We're celebrating early.
yeah, apparently. Yeah, November's great. Then I put number 4 was May.
Yeah.
But this was a good one. You guys
May the
like
4th.
May the 4th. And speaking of May the 4th, you know what I realised the other day? The first episode, the pilot episode of the podcast released on the 4th of May this year.
Did it really?
Apparently.
Star Wars.
Yeah, so Star Wars Day, and now been overtaken as Jam Day.
Jam Day.
Jam Day. Top 3. 3 is, now you would have thought I'd put this at 1. I didn't. September.
Yeah, no, that's crazy from you.
The birthday month. I think a lot of good stuff happens in September other than just my birthday. So, of course, it's my birthday. AFL finals are on.
Yeah.
Which some people don't really care, but still, like, grand finals, like a public holiday where we're from. Like,
like it's a time to really sit back, relax, and stretch out the hamstrings.
Yeah, literally. It's the start of spring, I believe. September? Or is August?
September is the start of spring.
August is winter?
We're what? We're 10 days deep.
10 days deep.
10 days into spring, and we're already getting wind.
Yeah, so September, spring, happy. It's when things start to warm up. You get that smell in the air. You walk out in the morning. You stretch the arms out. September, spring. Yeah.
You get like my favorite thing about September is that really everything starts to fire back up. You know.
Yeah.
The engine starts turning over again. The acupuncture clinic opens up again.
Also, I feel like September in terms of academics, like school, uni, even works type thing. September's like that time where you're about to have a holiday.
Yeah.
And after that holiday is like the home stretch.
Yeah.
So it's all just sort of, it feels like the beginning of the end of the year.
Yeah, it feels kind of like the front
exciting.
steps to high school, but you're walking down them.
Yeah.
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 So you're like leaving high school.
Yeah, it's good. So I think September's a real good contender, and I think I've done well not to put it in the top 2, but the top 2 are just pretty obvious. It's January is number 2.
Yeah.
January is good. Start of the new year. Things are exciting. Everybody's saying, hey,
it's
I'm
sunny.
going
to go to the beach.
Like, everyone's just happy. It's sunny in Australia. Go to the beach, you're right.
You meet the lifeguards.
Yeah. It's been Christmas, so if you're a kid, if you're Tyson,
Boxing Day.
Got your new toy.
Boxing Day doesn't happen then, but the Boxing Day sales usually tick over.
Yeah, and it's like you got your new toys, you're happy, it's great.
Yeah.
It's a great time of year, and it's like this calm before the storm of whatever year it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's really nice. But coming in at number 1 is December. It's unmatched.
Yeah.
It's holidays basically always throughout December. NBA starts up again, which personally is a big deal for me.
Santa is in the
he's in the building. He'd probably disagree. He'd probably say December's one of his least favourite times of the year.
What's the busiest time of the year?
Pretty stressful for him.
That's why his hair's white.
Yeah,
and he's so fat. Sorry, Gemma's not here, but that doesn't mean I can start body shaming again.
What does she? Oh, she body shamed Lizzo.
Yeah, no, I didn't body shame Lizzo.
Oh no, you body shamed Lizzo. She made fun of you for that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
You're not allowed to body shame.
And I didn't body shame.
I thought Lizzo.
I wouldn't throw a stone in a glass house. I wouldn't be a pot calling the kettle black.
But yeah, that was my favourite months of the year in order, and I think that's kind of awesome.
That's awesome. Sorry, we got to number 6, and I was just like, I'm craving a Fanta.
Oh yeah, go grab a Fantini, brother. I don't know. I think we're just warming up to the new studio. It feels different.
Yeah, it does feel different.
There's also no Gemma here today, which is a bit annoying.
Yeah, it's a bit... Well, you get that.
But yeah, you do get that. You got something for me?
I do, I think. I got an old one, but a good one. And these ones really come up every now and then. Jacob's Jabs and Jacob's Journey to Being Joyful.
We got segments again.
Yes.
Yippee!
We're going to start with Jacob's Jabs. Now, I got one. And I remember Tyson saying last week, I swear if you bring a segment and it only has one thing in it, I'm gonna at least hit you with the back of my shoe.
Not these bad boys.
Not these bad boys.
You're lucky.
But this was a good one. So we were at down in Torquay, and for some reason people were dressing up at the Torquay Hotel. There were people dressing up as Tweety Bird and as, I don't know, I saw one guy in a pair of thongs, and the temperature was like 13 degrees outside, so what are you doing in thongs? Anyway, that's not the important part of the story. There's one guy or girl dressed up as the bad guy from Aladdin, and we were sitting down on this table, and she walked out of the bathroom, I think. Yeah, I think it was the bathroom. Anyway, she was walking towards us and like past us, and I turned around and like I caught eye contact with her, and so I was like, "Oh, what are you dressed as?" Anyway, old lady, she wasn't that old. I shouldn't say that, but whips out her freaking staff with the snake on the end.
That's
you know
awesome.
that thing that like
Yeah.
that
When you tap it on the ground, it turns into a real snake, doesn't it?
Well, I know that now, but no, it was like it was the one that like hypnotized the dad, Jasmine's dad. Yeah. Anyway, like literally whips it up. I just freak out.
Yeah, that's
And I started screaming, and I was like, "Get that thing away from me! Get away from me!" I just started screaming. Anyway, everyone found it really funny apart from me. I started crying, and then she was like, "Do you know who I am?" And I was like, and then she was like, Jafar or whatever, or Jafar.
Jafar. It is
Jafar from Aladdin.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. Can you be Jafar from Aladdin on the other side of the room?
I'm actually sorry you had to go through that. That sounds
Yeah, no, it was
tragic.
It was tragic. Oh,
Traumatic, maybe. No, I think it's just running low. It's just like slowly getting lighter. Or less light.
well,
Yeah, tap
it's
again.
gone now.
No, that's setting 3 right there.
Yeah, setting 3 down.
That's gonna go get. Oh man.
Whoa.
Big things coming in Jam. I've just wanted to put that in there. We do just talk about ourselves, but I just wanted to talk about the fact we got merch apparently coming. We've got all sorts of videos planned, and we still have that one big project that's coming out in a couple of weeks.
This guy's just talking to the camera while I'm getting assaulted by this Fanta. I'm actually getting lit up.
Oh my god! Can I dive deep?
Why is it so full?
No, I think it's just like bubbling.
No, they've given us bonus points. Look, that's more than the can.
How did it do that?
How did it do? Get that on cam.
Get that actually on camera, like legit. It's like going over the top.
Yeah.
Alright, come back. I want to tell you a great story about Owen. So the other day, me and Owen were coming from Melbourne. We're taking a few trains to come back home. And, oh my god, I just spotted the fattest spider. I said to Owen, I'm hungry. I want to eat before we leave. He goes, alright, cooks us up some pies. About an hour and a half later, he pulls out the pies and they're all charred up on the top. And I'm like, I'm not eating that. It looks gross. And so he goes, oh, alright. Then I go in, get my stuff ready. I'm like waiting at the door. Next thing I know, this guy comes around the corner with a pie in each hand with sauce on top and a napkin underneath. And I'm like, you're not just going to throw one of the pies out? He goes, I'm not wasting a good pie. I'm like, so you weren't going to eat it before, but now you are just because I'm not eating it? Thought it was funny. Anyway, I did rate the commitment, though, to the pies.
Yeah.
And we're walking, windy day, the napkins underneath are like getting in the sauce and like absorbing the sauce. It's like just the
He's had
grossest.
good practice at staying faithful.
Yeah,
Because he's been with his girlfriend for like at least a year.
No, he's been with his girlfriend for going on 3 years.
Yeah, so
Like
like
a
that's why he
year.
won't abandon the pies.
It's like 2.5 years now. Yeah.
Damn.
W Grace, W Owen.
W Owen, W Grace.
Anyway, and And so he's hamming down these 2 pies, and we get to the first train station after like he then double deckers the pies, so he puts one on top of the other.
Wait, face down?
Nah, face up. So he's put the bottom of one pie in the sauce of the other one, and the napkin's like in between the 2 pies. Like it's like
No, that's a joke.
It goes sauce, pie, napkin, sauce, pie.
Napkin.
And so he's holding these while he's getting his Mikey out, he's tagging his Mikey, and he's walking onto the train. We're waiting at the platform, and he goes, alright, I can probably ditch one of these pies now. And then I watch him as he like slowly trots over to the bin going, munch on each pie. First of all, I did say to him, you should just eat one pie and then like you have a free hand. But he wasn't, he was like half munching each. He's trying to make like 2 halves to make a whole type shit. And then I watch him, and he goes and stands over at the bin and finishes the 2 pies.
Talk about killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, literally. Just the idea of seeing Owen munching on 2 soggy napkin pies while standing next to a public rubbish bin in a train station was so funny.
Oh. What were you just talking about? The big man?
Squeaky floorboards.
I was talking about Santa.
But that was probably my highlight of the week, was watching
Yeah.
Owen go toe to toe with a couple of pies.
That's awesome.
Watching that journey unfold.
Talking about journeys. Jacob's journey to being joyful.
Great.
I
was joyful once.
was joyful.
Locked me in a room.
So this is also a 2-parter. And I think we already touched on one part of this. Dancing. My dancing. I got to whip out some new dance moves, some ones that I've done before. Really just get feeling it, get jigging it with it. It was just fun. Anyway, that's just one of mine. The second one is, this one has a bit of a story behind it. And originally, you might think when I'm telling this story that this is actually one of Jacob's jabs. But it's not. Just wait till you hear the end. So Jakey rolled up to the studio today, the new studio, at 2:10. Now, studio call time was 2 p.m. And someone was missing in action. So Jacob was welcomed by the lovely
Mackenzie mum.
Yes.
Annalise.
Yep, the whole gang. And Annalise said, "Oh, Mackenzie, take Jakey inside and get him a glass of water. You know, make him feel like he's at home." And so she did. We sat down and we got talking about all the political things that go on in Year 5. And then I asked the obvious question because I wanted to know. I was like, okay, so what video games do you play? And she hit me with nothing other than the Roblox. And then we played some Roblox, and she was showing me this, like, the climbing one, and then she showed me this other game where her fish husband was. You should ask her about it. It's pretty cool.
I will. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, and she threw the fish husband in the water, and the fish was actually dead. But she said it was resting, so I'll take her word for it. But it was there, it was floating in the water, and it was like, instead of floating like this, or like swimming, it was like floating upright. So you just saw the fish's mouth was like out of the top of the water. It was awesome.
So I reckon he's yawning.
Yeah. Well, I said he's probably trying to get some of that valuable vitamin C and
probably trying to get some H2O down his body.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Here's an exciting little segment that I've got. If you're done.
Yeah, I was, but I said the wrong vitamin. Anyway, continue.
I've got a little activity for us to do. We're going to be ranking different people's fridge setups.
It's awesome.
Got this idea from TikTok. Don't know who the TikToker is, but he's probably not ready to be on Jam yet. He's probably not ready to do that type of thing.
Probably like the fat guy from MasterChef. Jacob, stop talking about fat people.
Alright, first fridge setup. I'm a big fan of this one. So what have we got? What can we see? So first of all, we can see a couple of fans set up.
So I think that's actually one of the most important parts of this, is that there's good circulating airflow in there.
Well, I think the fans are keeping everything cool. I don't think the fridge works, I'll be honest. What else have we got? We got a fat slab of meat just sitting on a couple of cake-like holders. And then we've got
Some wine.
and then we've got an empty bottle of wine and some suspicious jars.
And then I think you got some
little eyes straight up the top corner. I think is.
and
Oh no,
some
that's a
salsa.
light.
Some
And some
salsa on the door. What's that on the door?
a little bit of water.
Water and what's the Grand Kappa?
That's probably like
Cheese.
salsa. Pickle juice, maybe.
Yeah,
So
pickles
out of
are-
10.
One thing that I've always said is pickles are great until you're in one.
Wait,
Continue.
what would we rate this out of 5? How many stars are we giving this fridge? I'd be happy with a 4.7
Out of 5.
out of 5.
I was going to give it...
I think it's innovative. I like the creativity.
No,
I like
I
the
would
loyalty
too.
to the fridge. Where it loses points is...
I was going to give it...
I rate that they finished the bottle of wine. That just
Yeah,
shows
no.
that they really drink heavily, and I'm all about that.
Yeah, no, I was going to give it a 9.14 out of 10.
So 4.7 sounds
Yep.
pretty close. We're talking out of 5. Yeah, the big meat slab. I like the mystery of like where,
Yeah, like
why,
when's
and
that
how.
getting cooked? It's an air dryer. It's like a meat drying fridge.
Probably. All right, next fridge setup.
10.
10 out of 5.
10 out of 5.
10 out of 5. So what can we see here? We've got an ice cube maker.
That's awesome.
We've got some milk, some tomato sauce, an onion,
That's an
probably
orange.
an orange, and an ice
ice
cream.
cream.
In the fridge, not the freezer.
Yeah, well, that's the way...
That's where it loses most of its points for me. That they've got ice cream in the fridge.
No, but that's where it gains the points for me. Because I always say the freezers are too cold for the ice cream. You need to put it... either turn down the temperature on the freezer because it's too cold, and then the ice cream's too cold, and then it hurts my teeth. So I always have to take the ice cream out, and then I have to microwave it. So if I just left it in the fridge, then it would solve that problem entirely.
Yeah.
Yep.
I disagree. I reckon where it gains points for me though is that they put sauce in the fridge. I'm a big sauce in the fridge type.
I'm a huge sauce in the fridge
I'm a
kind of guy.
pantry.
You know, one thing that I found out, this was earlier this year, is that butter does not always have to be a fridge thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went over to a friend's place and he was like, "Oh, do you want a turkey roll?"
Get me linked up with that guy. I could take a turkey roll right now.
And so I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take a turkey roll." Anyway, pulled up, got this turkey roll. I was like, he made me make it. Anyway, opened up the fridge, found the turkey. And I was like, so just imagine me looking in the fridge like that. Then he was like, I was like, "Where's your butter?" And he was like, check the sink.
What?
Stepped over to the sink. In the sink was just the container of butter.
Funny place to keep your butter.
So an awesome place to keep your butter.
So this, I actually might start putting my butter in the sink.
Sink butter is the best kind of.
Sink butter. Oh,
You know what butter I found in my fridge the other day? Someone had gone out and bought it. Lard ass.
Really?
Yep.
Like just cause
Just cause. So no, it was actually, I found some lard ass butter and I found some lard ass like cream.
cream. Yeah, they make butter and cream.
Yeah.
We love Lardas. Monica wished me happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Monica.
Owner of Lardas. It's Owen's mum.
It's awesome. So awesome.
Next, I'm giving that one a 3 stars out of 5.
Ooh, okay,
You've given it 5?
I've given it 10.
Oh, so we'll meet in the middle and say, what's that?
5 out of 10.
13 divided by 2.
Sorry,
It's
coming
a bit over 5. We'll give it 5 stars. Next fridge setup. This one had me questioning why the hell do you need so many eggs? You've got 2 dozen and then 18. Like a dozen and a half.
Yeah.
Like you've got almost 4 dozen eggs. 3.5 dozen eggs. Sorry, I just learned the word dozen and what it means.
Yeah, because you just said you had a dozen and then 18.
Well, these two are in 12, and then that one is a 3 by
2.
3 by 6.
3 by 2. So it has 6 eggs in it. So that's 24.
No, that carton right there
Yeah.
has 18 eggs in it.
Oh.
These cartons up, there's 3 cartons. There's 12, 12, and then 18. So do the math.
No, but I thought that carton there had 6 eggs in it. I thought it was a 3x2.
No, because you can see it goes more. You can see if you look real close. Shit. Look, it's still, see that little corner in the bottom? It goes further.
Yeah, true that.
I reckon it's an 18, dog.
An 18 egger.
Crazy. Why do you need so many eggs?
That's crazy. You know, that's crazy.
So who the hell sells eggs in bunches of 18? It's funky.
The Eggman, I suppose.
Yeah, literally. I give this one a 0. I hate this fridge setup. I think it's friggin' ridiculous.
Look,
I think also
you're only losing
stop hoarding
points.
all the eggs.
You're only losing points here. You're out of ketchup.
Yeah.
You have absolutely no condiments in here. You got your sprinkly cheese, and it doesn't look like it has anything in it.
No red meat. Your diet's all out of whack.
You got some sour cream, so I'm giving you a point because I needed some sour cream yesterday and I didn't have any.
Mm-hmm.
But your diet is horrible. And you putting sour cream on eggs?
It's delicacy.
Drop in the chat below if you have sour cream on eggs. So I'm giving you all. I
make scrambled eggs with sour cream instead of milk.
Wait, you put. That's the thing I'm missing. Always try to scramble my eggs with just eggs.
Really? Owen does that. It doesn't taste as good. I put in a separate bowl. I crack my eggs in there. Then I put a little bit of milk, not too much, like just a real little splash of milk, salt and pepper. Not much better. And then I whisk it all up and pour it into the pan with some butter in the bottom.
So exciting.
And that right there is how you make scrambled eggs with Team
Marty.
With Team Marty. Last fridge setup for today. Oh no, we have 2 more. This one I like. I thought this was a really neat setup.
That's a 10 for me.
But no, it's not a 10 for me. Only because, wait, we're doing 5. Oh, okay.
Out of 5. Are we going? Oh, okay.
We've been going out. Hold on. I'm giving this one a 4 because it's neat and there's lots of greens, lots of meats. Like you look like you got a really solid diet, but it looks like you put too much effort in. Like I don't think if I came over to your house, we'd be getting along very well.
Yeah, wait. Let's see.
That's a bit excessive.
So if we're going from 5, you're losing a point for the light milk. You're losing a point because your greens actually aren't kept together. Like it's got a bunch of like herbs and stuff up here, and a bit of lettuce, like a bunch of. See how it's just all separate? Like these, personally, I'd bring these down one row and these down one row, and put that up there with this stuff up there, and then I'd also actually scratch that. I'm bringing these and putting them here, bringing those down and putting those, and then. See, it could just be organised so much better. Also, you have soy milk in there, so I'm giving you a 2 out of 5.
Brother was making the most of the new couch. He was spread across this thing. Alright, last fridge setup is actually disgusting. I was going to make a joke, but this is so fucking festy. Why are you putting plates in the fridge? Dirty plates.
This is the apartment fridge. This is actually a photo that I took when I stayed there for a couple of days.
Yeah, this is my fridge at home. Far out. You got a half-drank milkshake. You got friggin' not even like leftovers. Like the type of leftovers I'd scrape off the plate and give to my dogs. Like that's what you got. You got cookies in the fridge. They have a pack of cookies in the fridge. Who the fuck puts cookies in the fridge? And then you just got plastic bags. Like, I swear there's nothing in them. Like, what are you doing? Although you do get points for the Philadelphia cream cheese. So I'm giving it a 10. I've landed on a 10.
Philadelphia cream cheese is my favourite type of cream cheese. Although sometimes it is a bit more expensive than the home brand.
I genuinely think...
So it depends if I'm cooking for. Like for Mother's Day, I bought the Philadelphia cream cheese and made a dip for Mum and the family. But then the next time I made the dip, when I was just eating it myself, it makes a lot of dip actually. It makes like a whole kilo of this stuff.
This is me in the shower before school.
I just got the home brand for myself.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like treating myself all that much.
That last fridge.
Although I did make a kilo of dip and finish it within like a day or 2. And I put too much onion in it, and I put too many chives in it, so it ended up being like really flavorful, but like almost too flavorful to like the point where I'm like, oh yeah.
That last fridge was the biohazard for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. That's all I had for this week, personally.
Yeah, no, well, I got I'm sure I got something locked away in here. Great ideas. Jake and Marty merch.
Oh my goodness, is it not? It actually looks sick.
Oh! It actually... Yeah, sorry, let's continue. Sorry, I just remembered something else that happened. But, yeah, I love it.
I think it's... You can say what you were thinking. I was just, like, admiring the merch.
So, yesterday we were at Tokyo Hotel, right?
I've got these out for both of us, by the way.
Well, you barked at me earlier when I went to do a dive in.
When? Really?
Yeah, you'll be watching it back and I'm like, oh, there it is. And you go, not for you.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
Holy shit. If I watch that back and I've actually said that, I'm replaying it right now because I don't think I actually said that. I did not remember saying that. It's kind of awkward, actually. Anyway, continue. Oh, no, I do remember saying that. When no, because I did these ones and I only had this biscuit. And then you're like, oh, is the other half in there? And I'm like, well, you're not taking my other half of my Oreo. You can get one of your own. Right, man.
No, it's alright. I just took that the wrong way.
Yeah, I probably said it the wrong way.
Yeah, you did.
It's actually probably your fault.
And anyway, we're there, and this guy came up to us, like when stuff started hitting the fan, like when just, when Rory started putting his right foot in his left foot, right shoe in his left foot, and the whole shebang.
When was it?
You don't want to know. No, but basically we were just standing around. It was when I saw the girls from school. That was really when it started going downhill for me.
Yeah.
And they acted like we were friends. That was when it was bad.
Well, here's the thing. And like, I'm not going to pretend like I wasn't personally offended. No, I actually wasn't. I didn't know them. But like, we all went to the same school last night. Like almost everyone there except for Gemma and Naomi. We all went to the same school.
Yeah.
They specifically came up to you.
Yeah, and I was like, fingers crossed they didn't.
Yeah, legit.
So literally no one won in that
situation. Well, we were talking when they ran up to you and I swiftly exited the conversation.
They literally no one won in the situation because I didn't want to see them and you guys wanted to see them.
I didn't want to see anybody. What are you talking about?
Okay. Right. No.
Those two that came up to you, I don't think I ever actually had a conversation with any of them.
I had a conversation with one of them. The one who I actually wanted to talk to then. I'll just say her name. Yeah.
Where?
Like I've actually had we're actually good friends. The other one, no one liked.
You are a bit autistic in that sense. Like I feel like if you notice something, it's gonna be like the first thing you say or you comment on. Not always a good quality, but it's alright. Can get you into trouble, but that's why they call him Mischievous Jacob.
That's why they do call me that. What was the story? Oh yeah, this guy came up to...
My favourite segment of the Jake and Marty podcast is Marty's mesmerised.
This guy came up to Flynn and I, and he was holding his packet of, his tobacco pack,
tobacco.
To roll it yourself.
Yeah. No, I was here for this conversation.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
he came up and asked if we needed tobacco.
No, if he could borrow some of ours.
Yeah. And I made a joke saying I always carry my little pouch of tobacco with me, but unfortunately tonight I don't.
Yeah, and then you left, and then I started telling him, oh no, the best, when I run out of tobacco, I always get a lolly snake, and I put it in there, and best thing you'll ever smoke in your life. And he's like, no, you're kidding. And I was like, no, 100%. And he was like, lolly snake won't fit in there. And I was like, no, you got to stretch it out. You got to make it nice and thin, and then roll it up. The best thing ever. And he was like, you being... And I was like, on Boo Radley.
So you lied on Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we had to sell him the idea.
And then he walked off and started telling his friends about this genius idea. Anyway, yeah, that happened.
What a nuffy duffy.
What a nuffy duffy.
He needs some Jake and Marty merch, I reckon.
Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. Good thing I didn't. We've got a dedicated listener who has been waiting to get on the podcast for 5 weeks. And I tell him every week, yeah, I'll call you on the pod.
Is it going to work with the data reception in the new stew?
I don't know, I'm not exactly talking to much.
Hopefully, because I see this guy comment on Jam and like all the time.
Yeah.
Or is that...
No, that's him.
Yeah.
I think.
Hello, good sir.
Welcome to the Jake and Marty podcast. What would you like to say to the viewers?
Oh, I'm on the show.
Yep.
Lovely. All right. What can I do for you, gentlemen?
What do you want to say to the viewers?
Welcome to the best show
Yeah.
ever, actually. It is the Jake and Marty podcast that you're listening to. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it Spotify. Any other platforms?
Basically all of them.
That's the main ones. I reckon we've just found ourselves a new intro, though.
Yeah.
Now, do you want any sort of advice on anything?
Oh, you're a bit crackly there. I didn't catch that.
Oh, sorry. Do you want any advice on anything?
Got
Do I
any
want
troubles?
Any advice on anything?
Got any just life problems that you
Yeah,
want?
any life
a
problems
pitch of
that-
wisdom?
Yeah. I grazed my knee the other day. How do I go about, controlling my emotional temper towards such an incident?
I usually take it out on something else. To find a tree close by and just punch it really hard.
See,
Don't
I
have to
do
punch it.
a similar thing, but I normally put like a few rocks in the bottom of a sock, and I spin it around my head, like around the top of my head really fast, and then I see how far I can throw it and if I can hit anyone off a bike going past.
Right, and that will cure the graze on my knee.
Yeah, it's kind of like the end of the forest. It's either you have the choice to live with your decision with the knee and like live with the pain, or cause
Right.
the pain to someone
Or
else.
inflict it upon someone else.
Yeah, and get someone else to graze their knee as they fall off their bike after you've hit them with a bunch of rocks stuffed in the bottom of a sock.
Okay. Would what size rocks are we talking? Like pebbles, stones?
It really depends. I normally keep it
large
around.
boulders. I don't think I'd have a sock big enough for that, but
Oh, you know us.
gotta supply me with a sock big enough for a boulder.
We'll be bringing. If you go to shopjakeandmarty.com, you can buy socks big enough to fit a boulder.
Shop Jake and Marty, get big socks.
No, so I normally keep it around the 552 gram range. So really, you can stuff whatever size rocks in there as you like, as long as it weighs that much. But that's
Does
for
it have
my.
to be rocks, or can it be other things like hardened milk or such things as that?
Hey, you make a very good point.
You make
there,
a
to be
very
fair.
good point. I've never tried that. I did try stuffing it with a bunch of raspberry jelly one time, but as I swung it above my head, it actually started coming out, and it started like it was almost like a sieve. It was like I was cooking.
Oh, so it would have just been a raspberry jelly fiasco.
Yeah, no. So it actually looked like I was just holding an umbrella above my head, and it was just like a raspberry umbrella.
Right.
The guy on the bike looked at you pretty weird.
Yeah. You just the guy that bike's run by and you just spilling raspberry.
You throw a soggy red
jelly
sock at him.
everywhere.
Oh, goodness. Well, thanks for joining the podcast, Henry.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, don't feel free to call back at any time. Just leave a voicemail at the beep.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, no worries. Well, I'll let you guys go on to your shenanigans.
Oh, could we actually get you to close it for us, Henry?
Yeah, do you want to close the pod?
Would I like to close the podcast? Yeah, no worries.
Awesome.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming and listening to this amazing share of insight and virtuity today from Jacob and Marty. And thank you very much for listening to this podcast. If you have any details or anything, or you want to know more about it, you can contact them personally. The address will be linked in the bio below. And also, if you comment on it, you'll be in the runnings for a brand new Lamborghini. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much, Henry.
Thank you very much, Henry.
All right, cheers, boys. Catch you later.
Catch you
Yeah.
later. Bye.
Bye.
And that's going to be the end of the show. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Henry was great. That's the best call we've ever had by
That's the
far.
best call.
100%. That
Best
was
call.
awesome. But yeah, thank you for listening to this week's jam. He already said it all, so I'm just going to leave you off with a little Jakey. Jakey can choose between standing on the couch for a little bit, or he can sing.
Oh, can I do both?
Yeah, you can stand on the couch and sing.
Okay, cool.
For just a sec. Yeah, chuck the shoes off.